Dear sisters, I'm a successful 45-year-old Ghanaian businessman who lives in Accra. I'm married to a very beautiful, smart, ambitious, and hardworking woman. And we have 3 kids. My wife has always been very enthusiastic about education and having a career, and so I supported her all the way until these dreams of hers manifested. After school, she gave birth to our first child, after which she yearned to be a career woman. Being a supportive husband that I am, I helped her get the job, which I must confess is a very well-paying job in one of Ghana's multinational companies. Her smartness and hard work have gained her a lot of recognition and promotions at her office, and she is well respected too. Sisters, don't get me wrong, I really love my wife and want the best for her, but at this point, I'm no longer comfortable with her being a career woman. My wife receives so many compliments at work, and even when I'm around, many people tend to recognize her and her works more than they recognize me, her husband. 2 weeks ago, I paid her a surprise visit at work because it was her birthday, and to my surprise, her boss had organized a huge birthday party, lunch in quote, for her and her colleagues at the office. He got a bouquet of flowers among other presents. I was even given the chance to say a few words about my wife, and then it was the turn of her boss to do the same. Sisters, this man spoke beautifully, adorably. In fact, it was as though she was the best thing that ever happened to him. I sat down surprised and angry inwardly at the same time. The reason of my anger was, why another man, my wife's boss, would speak in such a manner about her in my presence at her job place. My wife was smiling throughout the day and happily with so much excitement. My wife literally worships her work. She accords her boss so much respect. She responds to her boss calls with so much urgency and happiness, and this drives me crazy. Although she accords me the needed respect, I feel her boss is taking all the attention, and this is causing our marriage to break. All she cares and talks about is the next contract or the next business trip. I need my wife to be present in our home and our marriage. I don't want her to talk anymore about her job, but she is also telling me that she is career oriented, hence cannot quit her job. What does her boss have that I do not have, that she accords him so much respect? I'm not even suspecting that my wife is cheating. I just don't want her to work anymore. I can't believe our marriage is 7 years and it's about to go down the drain like that. And this is because my wife cannot give up her career, a career I helped her build. Sisters, please advise me. Am I being a difficult husband, or is my wife being inconsiderate? I want my wife to go back to becoming a housewife. Please help me. Really?
Wow.
Really? You want her to...
Really?
Wow.
This is, what year are we in? This is 2023 going on 2024. Like, really. You know, honestly, it's interesting that you should bring the submission to all women.
Yeah.
And we're all women, and we are all working class women.
Yeah.
And we know where Rosie is married, I'm married.
Yes.
We know how to juggle things together. She's married for a while, I'm married for a while. But I'm married for a long time.
It's a difference.
You know, but we know how to keep our home, keep our careers, because why? We have supportive husbands. Isn't it admirable that women in today's age are able, it's not easy for all of us. We love our husbands, love our children, and we love our family, yet we make time to make sure that our careers are demanding.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that, you know, we're choosing our careers over our husbands or over our children. It just means that we're amazing at juggling things together, and we can actually make both worlds work. Check this out. You know, it's funny how you cannot see a clear picture when you've made a decision about something. He's made his mind up that he wants his wife to be a stay-home mom. Because he's done that, he's seeing everything wrong. His boss, his wife's boss, who is very supportive, he has a problem with that. He's jealous of his wife. He said categorically that he doesn't think his wife is cheating on him. He just wants his wife to stay home, stay pretty, and he wants to be able to fork out money to her as and when. It's the 21st century, Masa, my guy. Like, really, no. You can't do that to her. Do you know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to bring her home. She's going to be bitter because she has so much to offer besides making babies, besides cooking your food, besides being there. Why don't you turn things around? It's different if you say that, oh, she's not keeping the home, or you said, oh, you had so many amazing qualities to say about her. She's not cheating on you. She's doing amazing at work to the extent that her boss even honored her, recognized her on her birthday. Like, it's a big deal. She's an asset to the organization, and that's the same way in which she's an asset to you and the children.
You should be happy.
So you should be happy about that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that what you said is normal, because it's not normal. If you're working, I don't know if he's working, or the fact that he probably has too much time on his hands, or he's jealous of his wife. I don't know where it's coming from.
From the way he sounds, he's probably working, but has not reached that level that the wife has reached. But
you see, but that does not matter. Check this out. My pastor, right, when he started off his relationship with his wife to be, who is now like our what do you call it, our mother at church, in church, when he was a pastor, right, and his wife was working in the bank, he would support his wife. His wife would literally take any amount of money that she would make at work and bring it to him. And then he would decide, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing that. She didn't have any problem with it. She was very submissive. She loved her husband for who her husband was. And her husband appreciated that right now, I'm not in the situation to fork out the money. But wherever his wife went, he will hold the bag, he will be serviceable, he will cook, because he would spend most of the time in church.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of time during the week. If it's not during the weekend, he has to be in church during the weekends. He goes over to church during the weekends. But during the week when his wife is working, at least he's there. He cooks. There's no food he doesn't know how to cook. There's nothing that he doesn't. He was there for his wife, helping out. They both wash clothes together. He was there. He didn't say, oh, you're working in a bank because you're working in a bank and because you're earning money, therefore, stop it all and come and stay home because I am the man of the house. You can't survive this world with ego like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Unfortunately,
would you call it ego or insecurities?
Ego, insecurities, and that doesn't make you, like, the fact that your wife is working and she's probably top class doesn't make you less of a man. Do what you have to do. Support her. Be encouraging of her. If you want her to spend more time with you, say, oh, sweetheart, I need to spend more time with you. I don't know what is making you insecure. The fact that she is doing well, how can that make you insecure? You should rather be proud of her. Don't create a mountain out of a molehill. Your marriage it's just 7 years.
Yes.
There's nothing for you to worry about. I don't even see what the problem is here. My guy, love your wife for who she is. Be supportive of her, care for her, and she would actually do more, go over and beyond, and spoil her crazy. Haven't you seen some of the slay queens in town? They will milk you dry. They will, like, she's off into the house. I'm tired. I don't even know what else to say.
Rosie.
Okay, so I think the guy, he's just full of negative ego. You see, you are a man. You were attracted to something. Like you rightly said, she has always been a career-oriented person.
Yes.
So my problem is, once you are attracted to a certain kind of woman, and you decide to marry that woman and make a family out of that woman, why do you decide after 7 years that you now want her to be something she's not? Just like a man who would want to go for a stay-at-home wife, there are some women who are cut out. They just want to stay at home, just want to have their babies and look after the babies for you, and have, everything has to be taken care of. When you meet a woman like that, and after 7 years you tell her you're going to look for a job, it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
So,
yes, that's true. It's actually very hard for them. They're like, no,
because
I can't do it.
I was born for the soft life. So why are you now telling me that I need to go and look for a job? Even if it's necessary, you know that you have to consciously bring the woman to that point where she now decides that, okay, let's go for a job. Now let's put that aside. Now, you see, when you meet a woman who is hardworking in an office space, what you realize is that it's not just about the boss. If it was just about the boss, the celebration will not be in the office.
No.
Do you understand? You are celebrated by your colleagues because they value what you bring to the table.
There's something you bring that's important.
And I come from a corporate environment. Normally, when there's something like that happening, even if it is me, myself, who has even paid for the food, so far as the boss is around, the boss will give the last word to tell you about how, good the person is. Now, the kind of attributes the boss is giving to this particular lady, they are attributes that you yourself have given to her. So what is your problem? Number two, that statement that she's become so good at what she does that when you go out, people recognize her more than you. For me, that is where I lost it for him. Because you are looking for recognition. It's possible that the work he's doing, he's earning much more than a wife. Because he said he looked for the job for the wife. So it's even possible that he's even earning more than the wife. But he just feels like the wife is making a bigger impact and getting to know more people. And depending on the kind of job it is, if her social media presence has gotten strong and she's been invited for talks, seminars and things, now he's feeling like, hey, I'm in the shadow. I have got it, nobody knows me. Before, I had 2,000 followers, and she had 100 followers.
Now she has 50.
I have 3,500, and now she has 20,000. Then you say, you're getting nervous. You're getting, So I think that, look, gentlemen, you are attracted to something. I'm sure you are still attracted to it. Because when you allow this beautiful thing that you have to break down, you still go and chase probably a younger version of your wife. Who is also career-oriented.
Yeah, probably, because that's what he's
attracted to naturally. Yeah. Now, if you are convinced that the woman is not cheating on you, so it's not even an issue about dissecting about how the man even, the boss relates with the wife, is creating suspicion. You are not suspicious of it. Then, my dear, what is your problem? Because, you see, when you sit on a woman's happiness, not a woman's happiness, anybody's happiness for that matter, something that makes them thrive, that makes them glow, especially when it doesn't affect you negatively. When you sit on somebody's happiness, eventually you will not be happy. Assuming the woman out of love, respect in quotes, because respect is different from obedience. But let me just use the word respect in this context. Out of love, obedience, and submissiveness, whatever, all those things, she decides that, oh, my husband, once you say I should quit work, let me quit and come and stay home. After about 6 months, that woman will not be a happy woman you come home to. You come home and she's moody.
She's a stranger. You
come home, she'll start complaining. You come home, she'll start giving you bills that you never even knew existed. Because now that she's doing a good job, there are a lot of things that she's doing that she's not asking you to do.
You see,
so she'll start giving you bills.
And I think that's what a lot of men do not understand.
Yes, and psychologically, her spirit will start getting dampened. If you're not careful, it will translate to the children. She'll start shouting on the kids, probably beating them up, letting her frustrations out on them, and eventually she'll let it out on you. And your worst fear, when she'll meet another man,
could happen because
who would also look at her for who she really is,
and she'll leave
would also happen. Then finally you would have broken down the fabric of your marriage. All for what? Because you want more attention than your wife. I think that, gentlemen, since you sent in the message, I don't want to bash you. I said, look, I'm talking to you, Darren, I'm being disrespectful to you, but relax. You have a good woman, you have a gem for a wife, somebody who can work. And in these days, you never know. You see, life is fleeting. You hear stories The man was the one earning so much money. The woman, then all of a sudden, the man passes. A woman is left with 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. How is she going to survive?
Yeah.
So sometimes, even if the family doesn't need the income of the man or the woman, it's just important that you get into the corporate space, get to do something, entrepreneurial space, get to do something that brings money home. So that even if something happens to you, you know your family can be sustained or can maintain a certain level of, you know, social standing. So I think that, my gentleman, you are displaying some warped sense of machoism. Your ego is too large. You are displaying your insecurities, and it's high time you appreciate your wife. Maybe because of the insecurities you are having, you can't even appreciate her for who she is. That's why when her boss was appreciating her for who she was,
it didn't seem normal.
It didn't seem normal. You were angry because you know these things, but it didn't even occur to you to say it.
Yeah.
But when your boss was talking, you didn't say what your boss was saying was wrong. But you just didn't understand why he was the one saying it. Because he has seen it and he's appreciating it.
Yeah.
You are with it and you don't want to see it.
Right.
So please, open your eyes and see what you have in front of you.
Right.
You got attracted to a career woman. She'll continue to be a career woman unless she herself decides that I've had enough, I want to retire and spend more time with my family. And then you can have a blissful marriage. Don't put noise where there's no noise.
Okay, Rosie. Felicia?
It's interesting how this man is thinking, especially in this current economy. In this current economy, there's nothing like extra money. I don't see who would want to reject extra money or who would want to turn down
Reject
extra
help, even help.
help. Like, so I think when you started this story, I'm someone who is like supportive of women who choose to be stay-at-home mothers.
Yes.
Because it's a full-time job. Staying at home to take care of your family is a full-time job, and I believe that every woman doing that deserves maximum respect and even deserves to be paid for it.
Yes. Actually, yes.
So
True.
it's not just something about just telling your wife to come home, to stay home, to take care of the kids. What do you have to offer her if she decides to put her career aside? That is the first question I want to ask you. Whatever she's earning now, are you ready to even pick up to half of it? Why don't you enjoy the successes this woman is bringing to the house? Like, in this day and age, like, it's time to embrace softness. It's like, soft life now good. It's good now. Gentleman, relax. This woman is going to earn enough to start showering you with presents.
Maybe she is already.
Showering your house with presents. Taking off certain burdens off you. All because of your emotions, all because of your ego. You are actively fighting something that doesn't even exist. Is it, like I always say, it's you exert too much effort in negativity than in positivity. You remember when you have something that worries you, that bothers you so much, you exert so much energy into it that you can be sitting and your heart to be actively palpitating.
Yes.
For no reason. If you are not careful, are you going to even bring some kind of sickness or whatever to yourself, and it will even bring problems to your wife? And this same job that you are preventing her from doing might probably be what will save your life. So relax, take a chill pill and relax. If you have any problem, it's normal. Like in life, we sometimes get threatened by success of others, especially people around us. But I always say this, and I'll never stop saying it. Always try to make lemonade out of your lemons. Have an active, like a sit-down conversation with your wife. Wifey, I really appreciate all you do. ABC, that is why you are partners. Let her know how you feel. It might be something that you are like the boss. It doesn't even need anything. She will just talk to you out of it. Let you, or if it's some actions that makes you feel uncomfortable, she might also try to adjust herself so that she doesn't create any discomfort at home. You never said that she fell short in anything in the house. You never said she was disrespectful because of her. You never said she even neglected family. She's putting in 100%. Charlie, it's not easy to be good at work and also to be a good wife. I really don't know how women out there are doing it. Anytime I see career women, I'm like, guys, how are you guys doing it? So to have a woman like that in your net, she's a gem you need to cherish. Please, calm down. Sit your wife down. If you have any genuine concern, bring it up to her. wifey, ABCD is what I'm struggling with. How do we navigate it? Right? So that she comes out to tell you how she also feels. Stop being all up and high in your heels, feeling I'm the man in the house, blah, blah, blah. And as me, if I was the woman, I won't come home. Because if you're not going to match up my salary, I don't see any need for me to come home. Because I enjoy soft life. And I enjoy earning my money to have that soft life I want. So gentlemen, please, enjoy soft life. I'm sure she's paying some of the bills at home.
Of course.
Even if she's not, she's saving money. She's putting money aside. She's invested.
And they have 3 kids. There are a lot of things women do that men men don't even know.
You never know what opportunities these things are.
To so many things. And when you put them together at the end of the month, you'd be amazed how much she expends at the end of the month that you have no idea of.
True.
You know, he said something, right?
But he's even lucky that at the party they didn't tell him that it was a corporate event. He should go out.
But you know, the way I'm sure how he's even approaching it is negative.
Yeah.
He did say that she has decided that her career is very important to her.
No, but so
for him to say that, it means that he's raised it up in a conversation. And I'm sure that he wasn't tactful about it. He came across as like, you better stop your work and all of that. My question is, when you were busy investing in her education,
what did you think?
What were you thinking? That she was going to come home and sit with it? Somebody like that.
There are some men who want to woo you, but I'm supportive, I'll be there for you, so they are helping you and everything. But when they actually see you succeed, and the question is that can they handle the success?
And I think
they're able to handle it.
And I think one aspect we also need to nail is we sometimes marry people thinking we could change them.
Yes,
overnight.
You know,
so
I've also realized that. I've actually realized that you cannot change people except they want to change. And this is scary because I feel like this is almost like getting married to your enemy. Honestly,
exactly.
It's actually very, very scary.
Because why would you
to just stop everything at once?
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, why would you marry like an ambitious person and expect to, how do you call it, tame them and get them to stay home? It's not going to happen. Especially after you've invested money into making them better rather than they used to be. No, it won't happen. So people usually have this thing where, we'll manage it.
But you see, I also think sometimes that whole I'm investing in you can be a front sometimes for people to see that, I'm investing in my wife or tell the family, yes, I did this for my wife. Sometimes it's just them trying to exactly
it's for their own ego.
But you see, at the end of the day,
who will say things like, I did this for, and especially for wives who have not churned all that investment into success. Like you said, true. There are some men who like throwing it around for people to know that, I did this for her. And the question is that you were attracted to a certain kind.
Yeah.
So now that you've invested and now she's now doing what she has to do. My main problem is that suddenly he can't handle her success because in his mind, he feels that his wife is more successful than he is.
Yes. Well, I guess we're all saying the same thing, young man, and I hope you are listening. I don't want you to take this in, a negative note, but it's just an advice that we are giving you.